Well, fancy seeing you here. Man, I'm an idiot. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dan, and boy oh boy, what a time to be alive. Depending on when you're watching this, the market has either already crashed or is about to crash. Either way, it's time to panic, sell all our stocks, take all our profits, load up on cash, and then buy in when the market hits the bottom. Wrong. That is the exact opposite of what we need to do right now. So I'm here to calm you down, set you straight, and set you up with a successful strategy to help you make money in a market where many people are going to lose money. So if you play your cards right, these bearish times actually present with a huge opportunity for us to make the big bucks. And by the way, no matter when you tune into this video, the same principles apply. So stay tuned. Sorry. Now, unlike every YouTube video you have ever seen, I'm going to give you the answer at the very start of the video, right after these news headlines.
2 hours later.
Just kidding. Cue the intro. Alright, if you want to make money while the stock market is crashing, you only need to do these two simple and very important things. The first is don't panic, remain calm, and don't trade out of fear and emotion. This is very hard to do, but all successful investors have this in common. They have an ability to put aside their emotions and their fears and invest out of strategy, which allows them to invest intelligently and capitalize while other people are panicking. The second is to stop worrying about the money that you're potentially about to lose and instead get excited about the money that you will gain as the market recovers. And the third is something that Graham Stephan mentions in probably half of his videos, and it's something that I completely wholeheartedly agree with, and that is learn to invest consistently and regularly even while the market is crashing. All right, see ya! Just kidding. Now, I'm sure many of you are very skeptical. You think I'm stupid, I'm insane, but just sit tight. Let me explain to you and show you why the most successful investors in the world do this. It is a scientifically proven fact that people do irrational things to avoid making losses. One of the biggest fears they have is that of losing money. Human nature is not designed to accept losses. Hence, the human reaction to a market downturn is flight and not fight. However, this brings with it the possibility that investors could miss out on opportunities to generate returns that would help them achieve their long-term investment objectives. A highly regarded study led by mathematical psychologist Amos Tversky and Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman, man, I hope I got those two names right. They found that investors feel the pain of a loss twice as much as the joy of an equivalent gain. It's called loss aversion, and it means that investors hate losing money far more than they enjoy gaining money. And if you've ever invested before, I'm sure you can attest to that. I definitely can. Now check out this graphic that I've whipped up for you to show you exactly how it works. But before I do that, click the thumbs up button over here. Down here, because I am obsessed with helping you guys make money and do better with the money that you already have. So if you appreciate that and the effort that I go to help you, hit thumbs up. And by the way, while you're down there, just scooch that mouse across a little bit to the red subscribe button, click that and join the Dansplained army. All right, back to the graphic. Picture this. So far we have seen a V-shaped recovery, but we're at the risk of a W-shaped recovery, which is closer to what I'm expecting. So let's suss out what would happen to our money in both scenarios. Let's say that we have our money invested right here at the top of the market and we decide not to sell. Instead, we're going to hold our money all the way through until it peaks again. We'd lose nothing on our investment, and in fact, we'd earn dividends along that journey. No reason to panic. Now, let's say we do start to panic and decide to sell when the market drops down to here. We lose our initial investment and have gained nothing when it gets back to here. But if we hold here and instead buy more stock when it gets to here, when the market eventually rebounds to here, we've gained only dividends on our initial investment, but we made a profit on the second investment. Now, let's take it a step further, and this is what I think a winning strategy is. As the market continues to drop, which is what most analysts and experts are expecting, we keep buying and buying and buying. So if we buy here and 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 here, we'll make a profit on every single one of these trades, except for the initial investment, which we will just break even on plus our dividends. And we've in fact done what people say is impossible. Some of our investments were made at the bottom of the market. It won't be all of them, but it will be a portion, and it doesn't end there. Imagine if we try to predict the bottom, keyword being try, and we don't get it right and the market starts to rebound. Instead of having all of these new investments that were actually at the bottom of the market, most people will do the same one thing. They'll miss out on the opportunity entirely because it's not worth it if they didn't hit the bottom. They will be too proud to buy back into a market that is rebounding because they missed the bottom and they believe that they should have caught the bottom or it's not worth it. And it is something that I see all the time. So all my subscribers out there, you handsome devils and beautiful ladies, please don't make the same mistake. Instead of being too proud to miss the bottom, instead just buy consistently. And by the way, if you don't have a lot of money to invest, it's absolutely no problem. And just in case you don't trust my word, here's a clip of Tony Robbins telling you exactly how much money you stand to make.
Let's say you're a young millennial or even Z generation come along and you're saying, I really want to be financially free, but I don't have any money. You don't need a lot of money. You have the greatest gift on earth, time and compounding. When they asked Warren Buffett, what made you a wealthy man? He said, good genetics, time, and compounding. So what does that mean? If you could commit at 19 years old to just put $300 aside, forget the $1,000. Yes, you can invest $1,000, but what you want is consistency. Let's say you put $300 a month aside. It might sound like a lot to start with, but you'll get used to it. You get it so it's automatic deposit. Let's say it goes straight in the market. And the market over 100 years has gone up 10%. Over recent years, let's say 8% compounded. If you take the lower number, the 8%, and you only go up to 27 years old and you stop, you put in roughly $38,000 into that. It'll grow to $1.8 million. That's the power of compounding. You put little in and got a huge return because you had time.
Just take an amount that is Nicki Minajable to you, aka manageable. Man, I'm a weirdo. I am so sorry about that. Even $100 invested per month will leave you financially stable in 20 years' time. And $300 a month for 20 years will make you, no joke, no exaggeration, rich. And by the way, guys, if you found this video a little bit jarring and it wasn't what you thought would be the winning strategy, I totally get that because it took me years to understand it and overcome those innate desires to buy at the bottom and sell at the top. It's really hard to train yourself out of it. But just remember, it is only a mindset. You just have to follow the best in the world. And that's all I've done. I just learned from the best examples that there are in the world, and I'm passing that on to you. You're welcome. All of these things come down to one basic and fundamental principle that I hope you never ever forget. Time in the market is more important than timing the market. All right, you crazy cats and kittens. Shout out to my mate Carol Baskin and her very hungry tigers, if you know what I'm saying. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I cannot wait to do it with you again. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, I'm Dan, and you've been Dansplained. See ya!